Well, good morning and welcome back to Alma, Missouri and the Missouri farm. It's almost 6 o'clock in the morning on June 1. It's the beginning of June now. You can see to my left the barley field that we've been talking about. It is now ready to harvest. So the time has come to pull the trigger on buying that field. As you can see, it kind of curls around our oat field. So it's just kind of makes sense that that should be land we want to acquire. You can see the hay bales. I finished baling the hay that we cut at the end of last month before we called it a day. If you look up in the right hand corner, you'll see the money's gone down. I don't know. I think I did a stupid thing, but you know how I was talking about wanted to get like a dry box or something to be able to do the lime on our field. So the dry box for the Trident, the Case Trident, came up in used equipment. Only saved about 40%. But I just couldn't help myself. So yeah, we probably saved about $20,000, but to get the Trident, I mean, that's like drawing an inside straight in poker for that to come up as used equipment. So, well, if we're really lucky, we'll be able to pull that off. You can see the soybeans are growing in these two fields. And what we want to do is we want to acquire that barley field. We want to harvest it. We want to get it turned around and get soybeans in it so we can harvest soybeans again yet this year. That field is going to cost nearly $650,000. We've only got $350,000. So we've got some ways to make a little more money. We got some stuff we can sell. We can sell our soybeans that we have in the grain bin. Well, actually, I've loaded it into the truck, knowing that I wanted to sell it today. We could probably go sell some milk as well, but we're definitely going to need to take out a loan, but we'll make that money. We'll make it. Oh, we could sell popcorn too. All right, so I don't know if the price is very good for it right now, but we'll see. We'll take a look. There's some ways to bring in some money, but we're going to have to borrow some, definitely. So, yeah, I'm finishing up the ride with Taylor. He's the last of the 4 horses to be exercised today. Go ahead. Where'd you go, Taylor? There it is. Grooming. Get them all cleaned up. Got nice and dirty on that ride. All right. As is tradition, we'll come over here, put the tack away, and check on the condition of our horses. All right, in the order we rode them. Everything looks good. Yeah, we could probably put in some oats at some point in the future. Look at how much the straw has come down. We need to maybe try and find a manure plate we can stick over here. Maybe get a little bit more manure. The horses all look good. Fabio and Taylor are now 6 months old, which means I might want to add 2 more horses to the stable. That'll probably increase my requirements for daily riding by about 30 minutes on our game clock. But we have this huge stable. It just seems silly not to populate it with horses. Let's hop in the truck, check on the cattle. So we fixed up the pickup. Well, we've got the pickup running. It still could use some repairs. We're probably going to wait on that because we're just driving it around the farm, so it'll probably be all right. But it's a little quicker than the Gator when we have to go far afield to the fields. let's see, roll up the door here. Check the one on the other side. I want to check the dairy cows. I think we can go sell milk today. Also, I think this episode is going to require a lot of gameplay. So it's going to take a little longer than usual to do the recording. So these are the new Angus, the 36 new ones that we have. Feed looks okay. It looks low, but there's actually an awful lot in here. We could put more, but it's not a demand on our time right now. And there's nearly 12,000 liters of milk that we can take. I think what we'll do is, first things first, we're going to take the grain into town, deliver that, then we'll get milk. So the grain, the soybeans, we'll take the soybeans into town. Then we'll come back and we'll get the milk, and then we will make sure we got the financing in place, and then buy that land, we'll get that field, and we'll get started. These bins, okay, so I got this bin empty, and this is the one I'm going to put the barley in. Now, it may be that you can put more than one crop in these. I might have been mistaken on that. Sometimes, depending on how the mod maker or the map, how they make it, it's either a container or a silo. If it's a silo, you can put more stuff in it. It's a container. It's kind of more one crop. So we got 35,000 liters of soybeans. I think that's all of the soybeans we have, except for maybe a couple hundred liters. So I got to figure out how to get that out of that bin, or I guess we could save that one for soybeans again. I don't know. I guess I should check, see where the best price for this is. I believe it's going to be at the grain sell point. Actually, I think it's Sedalia, but I can't deliver to Sedalia, so because I can't use the train silo. I don't know why. Map update issue, I think. Oh, okay, so prices menu. Alright, so now I'm in the prices menu. We'll come down to soybeans. I got 35,200. I think it means I have another load to take. Anyway, what's the price? 2028 at the grain sell point. Okay. I think I have a maintenance issue to take care of. I just had a notification pop up on my PlayStation saying that it's going to suspend the game because it can't verify my license. So let me take a look at something here real quick. Okay, I think that's taken care of. I went and I did kind of like tested my internet connection, my network connection. Everything came out all right, so I think we'll be okay. Yeah, that's one thing that really bothers me about the digital games, the digital downloads. So if you don't have an internet connection, you can't seem to be able to play the game. Which really that sucks. I don't understand that. So I don't know if you want to get a disc version of the game so you can play it offline and always have access to it. I don't know. I thought that was only a problem if it wasn't like your home PlayStation. So you know, when I had the 2 4s, one was my primary, the other one was not. Now that I have the 2 5s, you don't really designate one as a primary, I don't think. I don't know. It's weird. This is just kind of a cloned version of my son's PS5. Somebody knows, let me know in the comment section. All right. Probably can't spend too much time on this. We'll go get this first trailer load offloaded. We'll go grab the other one and bring it back here. Get that sold. And then we'll do the milk and maybe do popcorn. I should have looked at the price of popcorn when I was in the menu. I'll do that off camera at some point here in the near future. So there's the dry box I bought. We'll have to get that at some point and take it back out to the farm too. I don't know, that was probably not a wise decision, but it's the decision I made. Get our full weight there. Driver on the bins here, pull in, and we'll get it offloaded here at the grain sell point. Sell our first trailer load of soybeans. I think we've got another one we'll go back and get. And hopefully we'll have more money. There we go. So I got a little bit of controller drift there. Yeah. Money's going up, so I think it's equal parts front and rear on this. So it should be another $35,000 here. Let me do the other hopper on the trailer. So it'll be about $140,000 we should make selling the soybeans. I think we got another load. I'll see you back here and we'll do that offload, all right? Oh, better get an empty weight on the way, all right? Okay, it's 7 o'clock. We're back here with the second load. Go deliver this. This will give us another 70,000, get us up close to 500,000. So that'll be good. Yeah, this ain't gonna be bad. It's okay. I don't feel so bad about the dry box now. This gets us, we get up to 500,000. That's only $150,000 loan. We'll make that back, and if we get soybeans in, it will not be a problem. I am not worried. Not worried at all. So here's $35,000 off the front hopper. Another $35,000 off the back hopper. And we'll hustle back out to the farm. Let's get an empty weight first, but we'll hustle back out there. We'll grab the milk truck and get that into town and sold too. Back out at the farm. There's a couple 100 liters in the bottom of that bin. We'll get it out somehow. Maybe. Let's go get some milk. Run over to the cow barn here. As I see those IBCs of fertilizer, I'm thinking about how we're going to need to fertilize the first soybean field that we planted. Let's see. Where is the best place to take the milk right now? So we're in prices menu. We're looking at the soybeans. We got like 2034 for that. Milk. There it is. We got 12,000 liters now. So selling lodge small, and that's where we're going to take it. Now, I didn't really put that selling lodge in there to get a good price on stuff. Really, the purpose of it was, I don't know where the milk trigger is. Maybe closer. Or maybe at the front of it. This is the first time I've gotten the milk. The selling lodge, the reason I put it in was really just for visual effect for, there it is, for selling the firewood. The firewood selling station is really just a spot on the ground, but put the building in for kind of visual. So I think normally I will sell the milk at the dairy itself, but because we need money right now, to help pay for that field, however much more we can get, the better off we are. It's just like the popcorn. I'll probably sell the popcorn that we have loaded in the curtain side trailer. That may be something else I did off camera. I can't remember. This truck could use some work too. Can't keep deferring the maintenance on this stuff because the longer you defer it, should I back off the camera a little bit? Is this a little loud? The longer you defer the maintenance, the quicker it requires maintenance. So once you're below half, it's gonna, require even more. So I should probably not let that go too long. I imagine I had probably wanted to do this maintenance on this truck before I used it. But because I want the money right now, I'm probably doing this a little sooner than I would have wished. Oh gosh. Okay. That was a little scary. The brakes need to be a little more careful with that. This tanker's got the little milk sign on the back of it. Nice. We got kind of the baby blue paint on it too. Make it look milk truck like. This is the dairy next to the bakery. I think you deliver around back for it. But like I said, This time we're gonna go to the selling lodge here, get a little better price. What was it? 1,700 by 12? I don't know. It's math I can't do in a heartbeat. So we'll just see what we get paid. Uh-oh. I don't have a trigger coming up. I don't know why it's not coming up. We're gonna just have to go try the dairy, I guess. Oh, I'm on the wrong tool. For those of you who are screaming at your monitor or your phone or what have you, I do that all the time. All the time. Gotta remember you have the correct tool selected. I was on the truck, not the back. That's why it wasn't showing up. That's really embarrassing. Got $20,000 for the sold milk, so we're up above 500,000. So in the spirit of continuing to try and make money, let's go over to the popcorn factory. Not sure where I'm going to be able to park, where I'm going to be out of the way. There is a... No. Well, this will be fun. I've got a couple more, but I've got no way to load it. I brought the telehandler down here earlier to load this, so those two are just gonna have to stay there, I guess. So I got 11,000 liters in here while the truck's warming up. Let me check the prices for popcorn then. Back in the prices menu. Scrolling down, it should be sort of towards the bottom, I think. There it is, popcorn. Diner restaurant, 2,500 more or less. Best prices in, yeah, it would have been next month, but it's okay. It's kind of a weak horn on this truck. We need a bigger parking lot. This one's not quite doing it for us. Alright. Hopefully traffic can accommodate us. Ooh, careful. Nope. Ooh. Okay, I think that really stretched our cables to the limit there. That was probably not a good idea. So we're going to the restaurant. That's just right up here. Across the railroad tracks and around the back, I think. I think the trigger's right up here. What I'll do is I'll open the side there so we can see the pallets disappear. If they do. There they go. They're starting. That should do it. Unstrap everything. Okay, I'm not far enough. That's like half of them. Let me get closer to get the other half. There we go. Just watch out for those air conditioning units. There we go. That's all. So I guess we'll just go wait for the bank to open. Secure the financing for our field purchase, and we'll get that accomplished. Well, it turns out that it took us that long to get over here to the bank anyway, so 8 o'clock, they're open now. Let's secure a loan. So I was looking at the land, and it's going to cost $633,000. So we got $539,000. We could get away with a $100,000 loan, but I think we ought to do like $120,000. So let me quickly count through that. Let's see. Well, I want to get up to 120.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 100, 105, 110, 115, 120.
Okay, we borrowed $120,000. In the map, go to farmland. It's field 10, also known as plot 9. Select. Value 633. Buy it. Okay. We still got $21,000 available working capital, which we need. Oh, did I park a little far from the curb? I guess so. Sorry about that. I'm gonna come over here and check used equipment real quick while everybody waits for me. That Massey Ferguson 7S is tempting. We got no money. Mack Till 261 requires 390 horsepower, 8-meter width. It's a pretty good sized disc harrows. There is one bigger, but our tractor doesn't have enough horsepower to pull it. Alright, I need to get back out to the farm. Get to work. We got a harvest to do. So we're back at the farm. We need to get started on this barley harvest. So rather than use the truck out in the field, we're going to try something different now. I would like to get an auger wagon at some point, but I don't have that yet. We're going to use a 4755, even though it's not very quick, but this is what we're going to use. So now when this is the start farm for the map, and the start equipment is pretty good. We had a trailer, a Brantner, Power Tube Plus? I think I used it right at the beginning because we didn't have anything else to get the crop off the field, so it had very few hours on it. But I got rid of it. Took it and I sold it, and what I bought instead is a couple of Parker gravity wagons, which basically, for what I got for the Brantner trailer, I bought 2 Parker gravity wagons. So that's what we're going to use. I don't know which one's which. They are numbered. Number 1 and number 2 for us. Number 1 is on the right. This is going to be a pain in the rear because they are dolly trailers. That's okay. We need the practice. So this is what we're going to use to shuttle the crop from the field to put it into the bin. It'd be so nice to be able to lock the front axles for neophytes like me. Is that the right word? I don't know. I use big words. I want to sound it smart. There we go. I got it. So there we go. We got 2 gravity wagons hooked up to our John Deere 4755. So the idea is that we'll go offload the combine out in the field. We'll run back here. Oh, I should have came the other way. I was thinking it was on this side. So we'll come out of the field and then we'll have to spin around here. And ideally, we should be able to pull up next to this and offload right into it. In theory. If we can't, I'll have to figure something else out. That's what I'm hoping I'm able to do. So the combine, oh, we got to do fertilizer too, and I bet I don't have enough. Did I finish saying what I was talking about? We need to fertilize that first soybean field we put in. We use a Patriot for that. A lot of work to do. Probably refuel this. So we start with a full fuel tank. And I'm going to try and get as far as I can in this episode. Getting this done. And this episode will encompass today. You may not see everything. We're going to do a little bit of creative editing, I suppose. So you may see us start work in the field, but you won't see us combine every bit of it. You'll have to forgive me. Well, you'll know it's getting done because we got to do it. So we want to drop straw as we do this as well. And that's going to be the next problem because we're going to have a ton of straw bales. But I think I have a plan. I'm going to unhook from this just because when it's hooked up to the gator, it puts it at a kind of a funny angle that the combine doesn't like. That. We'll head out to our field and we'll get started. We'll probably do a time lapse up to getting ready to do the first offload of the gravity wagons, and we'll see how that turns out for us. This is all mine now, so I can cut this grass over here. And I think, you know what? No, I don't know what. That car door. Not in a great spot. Could have came up the other side. Probably should have. Anybody remember what the button is that determines whether you're dropping straw swath or not? Is it this one? Yeah, that's the spread. That's the spread, so this should drop the straw swath. Nope, of course we do. We went on and pulled that first. Let it finish its animation. Patience, patience. Harvesting barley. We are going to get a load of barley off of this field. I can tell you that right now. And a load of straw. This is a good sized field. This is good. It's gonna be that much better when we're getting soybeans off of it. So let's get that time lapse started. Okay, I'm hoping that this will fill up the second gravity wagon, so it's more than 2 grain tanks. Yep, okay. Good deal. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll turn the combine off for now. I'll actually go ahead and leave the pipe out. I'll put that in the gravity wagon when we come back. We'll see how this experiment works out. Looks like this will be a little quicker way back. If I go back between the fields, I was thinking about going out along the road and stuff. We're struggling a little bit, I think, with the 4755 to pull both of these fully loaded, but it's all right. It's not the fastest tractor in the world, but it'll be okay. Oh man, all these bales, I gotta slalom around here. Oh. Yeah, this is gonna take a long time. This is gonna take most of the day, I think, probably, to do this. But that's okay. Then we gotta figure out how to flip the field. We'll need to mulch it, see what else it might need done to it, and then drill it. And then that kind of that northern edge where it's a little jagged, I want to smooth that out with the mulch tiller in create fields mode. So I can see this being a long day spent doing this harvest, but that's all right. One of these days we'll get a lot bigger equipment. Of course, I don't know how you make a harvest go faster without just really big headers and big chaser bins and stuff. So, all right, we're gonna find out whether I probably should have had left emptying gravity bins, but we'll see. All right, so lesson learned from earlier today. We'll get on the first gravity wagon as the tool we have selected, and then we're gonna pull up next to this, and we're gonna, fingers crossed. Nope. Darn it. I thought I'd be able to get, maybe if I put it out. Let me try something. Maybe if I put that out, I can tip it in from the end. Put it out like this. And then maybe I can tip in from the very end here. It's a bummer if it's not going to work. They look really cool. There we go. Well, that worked. It did work after all. Excellent. That's cool. I like it. I do like it. Got a ton of work to do. I think I tweaked it a little there up top. It's off a little. I don't like that. It empties really slow. It's gonna take a while. it's not always about efficiency. Sometimes it's about looking cool doing it. So I'm going to keep working on this field. It's going to take a while, I guarantee it, especially doing it this way. By the time I get these offloaded, a worker will have that grain tank full again. I'm looking forward to the AI being able to start working the field so that I wouldn't have to do like the headlands and run back and forth and do everything myself. I think in FS25 it'll just be able to start a worker out and he can start working a field from the get-go. So that'll be nice. This is going to take some time. But hey, what's not to like? It's getting late in the day. It's almost 7 o'clock at night. We've been working our tails off. Gravity wagons, not the most efficient way to be doing this job, especially in this game, but just in general. Learned a few things. You really should not tow gravity wagons in tandem when they're loaded. Ask me how I know. Now, they get a little squirrely. You can't really go over 20 miles an hour, which is why I'm using the 4755, but there's a warning sticker right here on the back that tells you, warning, do not tow in tandem when loaded. So there's that. And that doesn't look like the most secure little piece of steel to be pulling all that weight. So let's move this out of the way a little bit here so we don't catch it when we drive away. So we've been running back and forth with the Parker gravity wagons, which it's fun, but it's not very efficient. It's taken a long time. So now that we're not doing them two at a time, we're just doing one. They're just a little bit more than a grain tank. So what we've been doing is we've been leaving one up at the top of the field and having the combine offload into it, and then we're just coming and bringing the empty back out, swapping it for the full one, then going back and offloading it and come back and grab the other full one. Not really efficient at all. So I would go back to probably using the old International truck in the field again, because this is not the most effective way to do this. And in the game, well, it just so happens that our grain tank in the runs we're currently doing is not large enough to make it down the field and back up. So yeah, it's not working out perfect right now. Taking a little longer, a little more work than it probably should or needs to be. So while he's going down there, I'm gonna go grab the other one and run it back over to to the bins. So I got them up here out of the way, so the auger's kind of on the outside so we can get to them. So I'll drop this one off. Grab this one. Then we'll go offload it. And we'll come back and this one will be full. You know, I don't often see this time of day making the episodes anymore. Because, you know, we start in the morning and we work, and then for the most part, we run out of time before we get done. So we don't see the golden hour, kind of like what the photographers call it, towards the end of the day, you know, when the lighting is just so pretty and perfect. It is pretty nice when you get the sun on the correct side of the tractor and everything. We're kind of trying to run down the area between the fields because it's kind of nice and smooth and not torn up and stuff. The other thing, the gravity bins aren't getting completely full every time either, so this is taking a little longer. But it looks good. It's kind of achieved the goal that I wanted. I don't know if financially is a smart thing to do at the time. I think if I had a lot more field to go, I'd probably switch to the truck. But what we want to get is we want to get a new grain trailer, like a nice pace setter or something, and grain carts, and then run it out to the edge of the field that way. See, so he's got nearly a full tank, which is what happens. And we just don't have time to keep this train moving, and also, you know, the worker's not really emptying into the gravity wagons while I'm away. I've got to intervene and do all that myself, so okay, we'll try and pull up to it here if we can. I think swing it up. Nah, I didn't pull up enough, did I? So like pull up just a little more. Oh, I guess I can get it here. There we go. I do like this process, but this would be great on a smaller farm where you're not pressed for time like we are here in Missouri with the big fields and limited daylight and everything that we've got to get done. I mean, I've got to get straw baled on that field. I didn't even take that into account when I was talking about to flip it, we need to mulch it. We got to bale the straw and then get all the straw off of it, and then of course the bale count, bale limits, everything else. It's going to be a challenge. Going to be really, really busy. And so I got a call about used equipment. There is a grain cart that came up and used equipment. Funny how things like that happen, you know. Sometimes when you need something, you get what you need. So let me pull up my cell phone here in the tractor here Watch. So here's the mock till that we're looking at, but look at this. This John Deere 500 grain cart. I'm gonna buy that. Standard, standard 2, standard, standard 2, standard 3, standard 4, standard. So now we got another, now we actually have a proper grain cart. We're one step closer to doing the truck by the side of the field, but man, look at it. We're down to $9,000 again, and we're $120,000 in debt. We'll make it back though, because we got a ton of barley off of this field. I don't think I got time to go get that yet today. I'll keep doing this with the gravity wagons. We'll go get that probably tomorrow, or when we get a chance to get into town. We still got to get that dry box. But yeah, we are working our tails off here in Alma at the Missouri farm. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. And if you don't subscribe yet, why not? It don't cost nothing. We'll see you next time. Bush.
PlayStation.
What the hell is wrong with these things? Ah, dang it. Ah.